Welcome back, and thank you for visiting us today. We made the Kenny Carter Bruce Penhall Part 1 series video about 12 hours ago, and we've already had like 1,000 minutes of view time in only 12 hours. It's very good. So we hope to provide another good video. And if you like the content, just subscribe down below, and we really appreciate it.
Must be effective. It really is electric out there. On the inside, we remind you, it is Peter Collins. Here's Penhall. What must be going through his mind at this moment? With Reed has Carter on the outside with his club, but once again, they'll try to settle down.
In my last vlog about 12 hours ago, part 1 of the Carter Penhall race, I mentioned that Ivan Major made a serious mistake in choosing the Dunlop tires over the Carlisle tires. And somebody messaged me on my YouTube, and they said that it was Carter's dad that wanted the Dunlop tires, not Ivan Major. So now we have a dilemma. Was it Carter's dad or was it Ivan Major who made that serious mistake? I'm just saying that the Carlisle tires worked great. In fact, if I was racing today, I would want the Carlisle tire. And I think it's not legal nowadays, but the Carlisle tire back then was the bomb. On Facebook, I had joined the Kenny Carter page, and these are like really diehard fans of Kenny Carter. Many of my friends on Facebook told me not to make a Kenny Carter video, that they didn't like him. But I have nothing personally against Kenny Carter. I think he's kind of interesting character. And I made the first video of Kenny Carter, and it was my #1 video. Everybody liked watching the Kenny Carter video, except for the people on the Kenny Carter page. They were really mad at me. I posted that video, and they're like calling me bad words and telling me I'm an evil bastard or whatever they said. And I'm like, what? And I just tried to be honest and, you know, just be objective. Kenny Carter has a really upside and he has a little bit of a downside. And he did some really great things and maybe some not so good things. But I have nothing personally against Kenny Carter. I think he's an interesting character, and he made the #1 blog and the most minutes and the most views. So Kenny Carter has been an amazing person. But getting back to that video where Kenny Carter fell, he actually had about 1 inch left and he fell. Like I mentioned in the first vlog, Kenny should have actually just let go a little bit, did a hook back and drove underneath Penhall and pushed him out to the outside. But he just kept going for it, which was okay, but it cost him.
There it is. Penhall is leading, and I don't think in any way that you can blame him after seeing that film.
Who says Speedway is not a matter of inches? It is a matter of inches. Penhall left Kenny like 1 inch and Kenny crashed. And Kenny got really mad. He was pissed off. He went ahead and called the referee.
I just don't have a chance. Being injured of it isn't... Hello? I've been injured of it. He just stuffed me straight in. It took me a leg and everything. I had no chance. Excuse me, Ref. How can I cause a stoppage of the race when he just took me a leg straight from under it? Unfair riding, obviously. I mean, I passed him on the pit corner and he bloody turned right. He turned left. I went from the start and he turned right from the start and went straight across in front of me. And And then on the first, when I come past him on the inside, he went straight across up onto me, and he's elbowing me, and I'm trying to get off him because my handlebars are stuck on him. And he just went straight into that corner and took my leg straight from under me. You can ask Barry Briggs, Ivan Manger, ask anybody. That's disgusting.
Someone had told me that the referee called it in Penhall's favor because they were in Los Angeles, California, and Bruce Penhall is from basically Los Angeles, California. Home field advantage, but I'm not really so sure about that. The referee did probably get really lucky on making that call because it was the correct call.
All the time you can see that Bruce Penhall is in the front and he is in the lead, and Kenny Carter raises up and he fell off by himself in that very second. He is falling off by himself. It's not, I doubt that Bruce Penhall kicks him off in that very moment.
Also, Ivan Major got into the act. He was talking to the referee. He was mad. I guess some years ago he had a run-in with this referee. He's from Europe somewhere, maybe England. He wasn't an American like rooting for Penhall. He was a guy from over the other side of the pond, and he went against Kenny Carter on that decision.
That's not the first time that he's made such a bad decision. That's the FIM for you, that's the establishment for you. We bring that man halfway around the world to make a decision like that. You've had this problem before, Ivan. I've had the problem with him. 1968 at Wembley, done the same thing to me. Left me lying on the track as well when I got knocked off. Wouldn't stop anything. What do you think the outcome will be? Well, the outcome is that the World Championship is not going to go to Kenny Carter on that one man's decision.
Ivan Major always tried to recruit young superstars. I remember talking to Ricky Wells' mom, Trish, one day. She said, Ivan Major's trying to recruit Ricky to race for him. And they did not go with Ivan Majors. Ivan Majors was the most incredible riders of his time, maybe the greatest speedway rider ever. The bottom line is, I bet Bruce Penhall was happy that the referee ruled in his favor because he went ahead and continued on to win the World Championship, the 1982 World Championship, back to back. The only American to do that. Bruce Penhall was sitting atop of the Speedway world. The bottom line was the referee got it right. Whether you agree or disagree, the right call was the referee made it. And he was sitting about 3,000 rows up in nosebleed. I don't know how the referee did it, but he got that one right. I have to also admit that Bruce Penhall and Kenny Carter are very interesting characters. I mean, they're very famous. Both of them were fantastic writers, and they're just talents. Like I say, people told me not to do the blog on Kenny Carter, and I said, why not? This guy is very interesting, and lots of people like listening and watching about Kenny. I do too. I think Kenny's a fascinating person, and it's too bad the tragedy happened, but still, Kenny was an amazing writer. Well, that's it, the Kenny Carter Bruce Penhall story, and we really enjoyed that. So if you like it, they got some more videos here with Bruce and Kenny. Well, these guys are really interesting characters, and we love both of them. So please like, share, subscribe, and always ring that bell.